Okay, hello.
Hello.
Okay, welcome our booth. Can you introduce yourself?
Yes, I'm Clemens Luga. I'm the game designer and leader of ShelfBusterGame. We only have one game so far, and this is Magical Friends and how to summon them.
Yeah.
Yes.
How can summon them?
Yes. You can find us at booth 4F230. And yeah, it's a game for 2 to 5 players. It's definitely best with 4 and 5 players because there's a lot of interaction.
Yeah.
And it takes around 20 minutes per player. Yeah.
Yeah.
So in Magical Friends, you
Yeah.
are one of up to 5 wizards who try to win the Midsummer competition. And this year, they should bring as many friends as possible to the tavern to win the game. So, as wizards usually live more in the secluded areas like towers or swamps,
Yeah.
they need to cheat a little bit to get more friends to the tavern. Okay, so in the 7 rounds till the party starts, you will be able to summon magical creatures every turn.
Yeah.
So and you send them to the tavern. So it's a racing game, but unlike most racing games, it's not a game of luck. It's mostly a strategy game. Yes.
Strategy game.
So every turn is done in 2 phases. First, you will bid for the turn order. Every player has cards from 1 to 11.
1 to 11.
The lower cards have bonus effects, and the higher cards have a higher initiative. So there is a starting player who chooses 1 card, and every other player needs to choose a different card. So there's always a clear turn order. And those cards are lost at the end of the turn, so during the 7 rounds you will have less cards and you have to plan ahead.
Okay.
So when you determine the turn order, every player will make his turn in this order. When it's your turn, you will be choosing one of the 4 available creature cards. You will always see a preview, and when you pick a card, the other one will come afterwards, so we'll always have 4 to choose from. And those cards
Yeah.
have 3 major information. Yes, like this, okay? So up here, you have a number.
Number.
With this number, you will find the creature in this inlay. So every game has an inlay like this. And
It
the
looks
number
like
3,
magical, yeah.
you just pick it out.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
Can tell.
when you found the right creature, you just place your gingerbread heart around its neck. That's the play indicator, and as everybody knows, gingerbread heart is the true sign of friendship internationally. So you get your creature, and every creature has a special ability. It's down here. So there are 50 different creatures, and everyone has a special ability. It's a rather simple ability, but in combination with other creatures, you can make small combos. And whenever you pick a creature, you will also pick the movement for this turn only. So when I pick the centaur, I can move 3 of my creatures 3 steps. If next turn I pick the handy helper, I can move 5 of my creatures 2 steps. But most creatures can only move like 2 or 3 creatures. So if you have a lot of creatures on the board, you might be able to have a lot of control over the board, but you might not be able to move all of them towards the tavern. So in the first round there won't be that many creatures, but in the second or third one there will be a lot of creatures on the board, and it will be crowded. So there will be a lot of interactions. You will start down here, and you will move the creatures up here to the tavern.
From here to here.
There are four pathways to the tavern. 2 shorter ones, they are a little bit more dangerous, and 2 slower sidewards paths that give you more beneficiary effects. Those pathways are double-sided, so you can choose however you want to play with them. So there is a lot of variability in playing this game. In general, creatures can stay on the same spot, it's no problem. But like a third of the creatures have more supportive effects, a third are more disruptive, and a third of them can slay other creatures.
Oh.
And they have specific rules how they slay other creatures, and if you slay another creature, you take the heart, the gingerbread heart, of course, we're no barbarians here, and take it as a trophy. And if you lose a creature, it's not that big of a deal because you get a pity power card, and that allows you to give you a bonus movement. Bonus movement is also very important to win the game because you can move to the tavern in like 2 or 3 rounds if you use a bonus movement. You saw there are 50 different creatures. There's a game board that you can flip. So there's already a high replayability, but also if you want, you can use asymmetrical player powers. Then every wizard has his own ways to use spell power that you can get from different creatures.
They're getting stronger, right?
Yeah, they get stronger the longer you play. So everyone has like a superpower at around 6 to 7, but it's not so easy to get the right spell power for it. So it's best with a lot of player because there's a lot of interaction. Go. That's the game.
Okay. Wow. So very interesting. There are 50 creatures.
Yes.
There are 50. Oh, what is P?
P is a special ability from this wizard. Cat wizard, and she can summon Purgana, the magical cat. So this is a special cat.
Special cat.
Yes.
Okay.
So you see there are it's 50 creatures, but there are 70 pieces here. For example, some creatures like the zombies, they have the 40, and there are more of them. You can summon 3 of them and move all of them towards the tavern.
4 number 2s.
Yeah, it's 2 skeletons that you get when you pick the skeletons, and there is a necromancer that can summon skeletons too. And there is a slime.
Slime?
Yes, and you know slimes. When you cut them, you get 2 medium-sized slimes.
Right.
And if you cut them medium-sized, you get 2 small ones.
Okay.
So there are many different combos you can do with all those creatures.
Okay, and pity power is very interesting.
Yes.
I'm so sad.
Exactly. There are a few things that give you bonus movement, like with the artifact cards you have, or like there is also the fairy path where you can get a fairy dust, and you know fairy dust gives you a lot of speed, and also makes you a little bit addicted. So when you use fairy dust, your heart, that is usually the normal side, will just turn around, and it's a poisoned creature. And if a creature is poisoned twice, it's out of the game. And all the hearts have their own little nicknames and also different nicknames on the back side.
Okay, very interesting. Thank you very much.
Thank you for having me.
Okay, this is already printed last year, right?
Yes, Magical Friends is printed since last year. It's available in German and English. And there is also a Chinese version published by One Moment Games in China.
Can we buy this game by internet?
At the moment it's hard. It's probably best to just look up my ShelfBusterGames and write me. So I would ship it internationally, but shipping cost might be a little bit more.
Okay, and come here, the despair. Come to despair.
Yes.
And booth number is
4F230.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming, and thank you for introducing your game.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.